All right, let's talk. I know some of you watching are probably sitting on a nice win right now. Others might be nursing a loss, trying to figure out what went wrong. And many of you are just looking at this market, trying to decide on your next move. No matter which camp you're in, we all know one thing for sure. This space, it is not for the faint of heart. But, and this is the important part, for those of us who are patient, who are strategic, the opportunities are absolutely immense. So today we're going to dive deep into the 10 coins that I believe could define the entire market as we head into 2025. So let's just get right into it. We're going to lay out a potential list, a watch list, of the top 10 coins that I think are most worthy of your attention looking ahead to December 2025. But listen, this isn't just about me throwing a list of tickers at you. It's about understanding the timing, the strategy, and honestly, the mindset that you need to build a successful portfolio for this next cycle. That's the real key.
So you're probably asking, okay, why December 2025? Why that specific time frame? It's a great question. It's because market cycles strongly suggest that we'll be entering a whole new phase of maturity by then. Think about what's just happened. We've had the Bitcoin halving, a huge event. We've seen a massive influx of institutional money coming in through ETFs. So 2025 is really poised to be a year where the market's true fundamental strengths are finally realized, especially after this period of global economic, let's call it a recalibration. We could be looking right at the peak of the current bull cycle.
And that brings us to our first major point here. After what felt like a very long, very dark period of consolidation, the market is sending clear signals that it is back. The opportunity is absolutely here, but you have to know where to look. I mean, just look at the journey we've been on. If 2020 and 2021 were that incredible era of explosive growth, where Bitcoin smashed its all-time high and just pulled the entire market into this global FOMO frenzy, then 2022 and 2023, well, that was the great crypto winter. We all witnessed it. The fall of titans like FTX, the dark legend of Luna. But what happened next? Did the market die? No, it just went quiet. Kind of like a tiger hiding in the brush, just waiting. And now, as we move through 2024 and look towards 2025, we are seeing all the signals of smart money returning. The Bitcoin halving is in the rearview mirror, spot ETFs are getting approved, and the core infrastructure of this whole space is just getting stronger by the day. The recovery is real.
So, knowing that, how do we build for this new cycle? Where do we even start? Well, it all begins with the foundation. You just can't build a castle on sand, right? You need a solid base. And in crypto, that means starting with the assets that are built to last, the ones that can weather any storm. And for me, that foundation rests on two absolutely unshakable pillars. First, you have Bitcoin, the undisputed king. For getting Bitcoin in a crypto portfolio is it's like building that castle without any foundation at all. Sure, you might get lucky with some altcoins for a while, but Bitcoin is what anchors you during the fiercest market storms. It's become our digital gold. And second, you have Ethereum. If Bitcoin is the store of value, the gold, then Ethereum is the brain, the engine of Web3. Without ETH, there would be no modern DeFi as we know it, no NFTs, no thriving ecosystem of thousands of projects all running on smart contracts. It is the very backbone of innovation in the space.
I was at a blockchain conference recently, and something an expert there said really stuck with me. It perfectly captures Ethereum's dominance right now. He said, in the crypto universe, you can replace everything, but you can't replace Ethereum yet. And that isn't just hype. With all its continuous upgrades making it faster and cheaper, Ethereum is just cementing its role as the foundational operating system for Web3. For a lot of us, a belief in the future of blockchain is basically synonymous with a belief in ETH. Okay, so with our foundation, our Bitcoin and Ethereum secure, now it's time to look at the growth engines. These are the assets that offer that strategic diversification and have the potential for those explosive returns as the market really starts to mature.
First up, we've got what I call the exploding ecosystems. You have Solana, which, was once heavily criticized for network outages, but my goodness, it has roared back, becoming a leader in high-speed transactions and payments. Then there's BNB, the native token of the entire Binance ecosystem. Its strength is directly tied to the world's largest exchange, which gives it immense, undeniable utility. And we can't forget Avalanche, which has brilliantly carved out its own niche with this subnet technology, attracting some very serious interest from institutional and enterprise clients.
Next, we have the key infrastructure projects. You can think of them as the essential plumbing of the entire crypto world. You've got Chainlink, which acts as the dominant oracle, What's an oracle? It's basically a secure bridge that feeds real-world data to blockchains, which is absolutely critical. Then you have Polygon, which is tackling the huge challenge of interoperability. It's trying to connect all these different blockchains so they can finally talk to each other seamlessly. And finally, Arbitrum, which serves as a high-speed highway for Ethereum, making transactions way faster and cheaper, which is crucial for its future growth.
And finally, in this group, we have two assets that, to me, represent pure resilience. First is XRP. I mean, what a story. It's the ultimate survivor. After a brutal, drawn-out legal battle, it emerged with a crystal-clear mission to revolutionize global payments, a mission built on real-world utility. And then there's Cardano. I like to think of Cardano as a patient farmer, quiet, diligent, and scientific. Sure, some people call it slow, but its methodical, peer-reviewed approach is designed specifically for sustainable, long-term growth.
So, there we have it, a list of 10 powerful assets. But this is where the real work begins. Because knowing what to buy is actually the easy part. The most crucial thing to understand is how to think like a winner in this space. How do you actually navigate a market that can literally make you a fortune one month and then crush you in a matter of hours the next? This isn't about blind luck, not at all. It's about strategy, it's about discipline, and it's about having a deep understanding of market psychology. You see, the market doesn't reward the reckless. It rewards those who understand the game and know when to act.
So, the key here, the absolute crucial point, is diversification. Please never think one single coin is going to change your life. Look at it this way. Your foundation in BTC and ETH, maybe 35 to 50% of your portfolio, that's for stability. It reduces your risk. Your core growth assets like SOL, BNB, XRP, that's for your midterm growth. Then your high potential group. That's where you capture emerging trends. And always, always keep some dry powder, stablecoins, ready to go. Why? So you can seize those amazing opportunities when the market inevitably dips. This isn't a static plan, by the way. It's a dynamic framework that you have to adjust based on market conditions and your own comfort with risk.
Look, these lessons are written in the scars of the market. First, greed. I personally know an investor who turned $10,000 into $5 million and then lost it all because he didn't know when to take profits. He didn't lose to the market. He lost to his own greed. Second, patience. The people who got truly rich from Bitcoin weren't the ones who panic sold in 2018 when it crashed from 20K all the way down to 3K. No, they were patient. And third, knowledge. Investing without understanding is like trying to drive at night with no headlights on. It's just not going to end well. Money only comes to those who actually know what they are doing. We are living in an era of incredible transition, a time when crypto is evolving from this fringe, speculative asset into a new global financial foundation. December 2025 isn't just some arbitrary date on a calendar. It's a landmark. It's a gateway into the next era of blockchain technology. These 10 coins we've discussed, they're not just a list. They represent the future. Bitcoin is belief itself. Ethereum is the brain. Solana is pure speed. XRP is a revolution in payments. BNB is the entire retail ecosystem. Avalanche is for enterprise. Cardano represents that scientific vision. Chainlink is the data nervous system. Polkadot is the multi-chain bridge. And Arbitrum, that's the accelerator. Together, they form a pretty clear picture of what's to come. You see, the most successful investors aren't just good at guessing prices. They are good at seeing an opportunity long before the rest of the world recognizes its value. This market is going to remain volatile. There will be times you feel completely lost. But if you have knowledge, if you have a strategy, and if you have discipline, crypto can be an incredible training ground that sharpens your strategic thinking like nothing else. The door to this next era is wide open. The only question is, are you prepared to walk through it?